Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash, double honors unto the elders and apostles, great master and all well. And shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel, and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved on the Brother Kalab from the GMS UK. Lord of Forecasters Camp coming back at you with another lesson to edify those which I spoke of. So I found this article as I was scrolling through my newsfeed, and it's from Huffington Post. It says, is it weird to be naked around your kids? A parent to be's admission on Reddit has sparked debate. Now, I'm going to say this straight out and up front that yes, it is weird to be naked around your children when they come of a certain age, because the Bible talks about uncovering the nakedness of those that are near and kin to you, specifically with your mother and your father. Because that leads to, that can lead to inordinate affections. And there's actually a scripture in the Bible, outside of the law, what deals with this issue. But first of all, let's read what it says, because as we know, these Edomites, they don't adhere to the laws of the scriptures, These Edomites, when I say Edomites, I'm referring to what's predominantly so-called white people on the face of the earth. You are biblically known as the nation of Edom, and you're a nation that has a proven track record of going against the laws of the Heavenly Father. And because, unfortunately, you're in the position of power and influence at the moment, a lot of nations are following after the trends that you set and the ways that you establish. So let's read this article and I'll get some scriptures on it. It says, an expectant parent has asked the internet masses whether they think being naked in front of their children is weird. And it opened up a whole lot of conversation around nudity, children, and what's acceptable. The parent-to-be wrote on Reddit that they are having their first child this year and grew up in a naked household, which is off, where it was totally normal to get dressed, changed, or shower in front of each other. It's disgusting. I'll also add that it was just us girls who did this, no brothers, she said. That still doesn't make it right. I'm going to be having a son. Is this concept still weird? My husband thinks so, as he grew up with just his mother, a much older brother. In my household, privacy is limited. I can't even take a shower without someone barging in to sing Wheels on a Bus at me, and I'm fine with that. The hell is this? I'm not ashamed of my body. I don't want my children to grow up feeling shame around their bodies either. I also personally think it's great for opening conversations with little children around what our body parts are called and what their functions are. This is some off shit, man. Most Redditors seem to think that nudity is fine, with one caveat. It is okay until someone, whether you or the kids, becomes uncomfortable. It is nothing to be shamed and nothing to be forced either, said one commenter. Another said that their husband stopped being comfortable fully nude around their daughter when she was a toddler. Yeah, and rightfully so, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's respected, but it's also not some huge deal if she runs into the room to tell him about her made-up dragons while he's changing. He'll cover up or turn away and ask for privacy, they said. At 8, she wants privacy for the bathroom mostly, and we respect that. But then she'll run around the house naked or just in her underwear. It's fucking ridiculous, man. She sees me change frequently and it doesn't make either of us uncomfortable, so for now, that's fine. Everyone gets to say in what level of privacy they want within the family. There are definitely rules that are useful to follow though. One parent said they have 3 rules in their household: respect anyone asking for privacy, no naked butts on the couch, and we all put on clothes for visitors. What the hell is this shit, man? Another said they have conversations around what's appropriate to do in private versus out and about, as well as consent. We don't shame nudity. We explain anatomy using anatomical language. We teach about things that are only appropriate to do in private, and who's allowed to view, touch his private parts and who isn't, they said. Whenever our son is ready to keep his nudity private or ask us to do the same, that is fine. We'll change. He knows it's up to him. No, you're the parent. You're supposed to set the rules, not the child. Fucking ridiculous. The experts agree it can be beneficial too. Amy Lang, a child sexual health educator, told The Guardian that while strict rules and guidelines are needed, i.e. telling children not to touch each other's private parts, family nudity gives children opportunity to talk about boundaries and bodies safely. Fucking ridiculous, man. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Let's get the scriptures on this, man. And this is true because I've seen Edomites. But sometimes I'd be over in the forest in the summer, and it might be a hot day. I remember I saw two mole Edomite men, and they had a child. The child must have been maybe 3 or so. And what did? They stripped the child naked and let the child run around with a stick in the middle of the forest where it was open, where people, were sitting down on the ground and, basically just chilling out in the sun. And they had this child running around completely naked. And it was two, so-called mole men, Edomite men, allowing the child to do this. And the child was just running around with no shame, and they let the child do that. You got to ask yourself, if they're prepared to do that in public, what would they do behind closed doors with that child? That's just raising another generation of freaks, man. Let's get this piece up. Bear me a second. Bear me a moment. Yeah, this is Genesis 9. This is Genesis 9, starting from verse 19. These are the three sons of Noah, and of them that was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went in backwards, and covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shalt thou be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord Yahweh, power of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And the Most High shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. So in this account, one of the sons of Noah got cursed because he looked upon his father's nakedness and didn't do anything to help cover his father's nakedness. Whereas on the other hand, Shem and Japheth, they both, did the right thing and covered their father's nakedness, and they got blessed as a result of it. Now, there's in the law, Leviticus talks about this issue. Let's get Leviticus 18, starting at around verse 7. This is Leviticus 18, starting from verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh. The nakedness of thy father, all the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife, so that would be your mother-in-law, shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father or the daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover. The nakedness of thy sons or daughters, or if thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is their own nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, that would be your sister-in-law. No, stepsister, not sister-in-law, stepsister. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman. That be your aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take a son's daughter or daughter's daughter to uncover their nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness. Thou shalt not uncover a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. Jumping down to 24, defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for all those nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore do I visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. Yeah, so that's to talk about the land of Israel. We were vomited out of the land of Israel for not adhering to these commandments. And that's the point. All this talk about, is it safe to walk around her house or walking in the shower while someone else is in there? That's bullshit, man. Now, when your child is a baby, obviously you're going to see the baby naked because you have to dress and change the baby, change the nappy. The baby needs to be breastfed and whatnot. But there comes a time when a child reaches a certain age that it's no longer appropriate for as a parent to be strutting around bareback naked in front of your child. That's just wickedness, man. That's off. Because your children aren't supposed to look upon their parents' nakedness. And I prove that with the scriptures. So with that, I want to once again give all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel and the rest of the elect that are destined to be saved. And I will catch you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom for now.